What's up, everybody? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to Daily Grind Trader. Today, we're going to try to figure out a what-if scenario to see where we are, or where we believe that we are in the grand scheme of the overall market. We're going to be looking at the same coins we have been, Raven, VT, EOS, and we'll take a look at Bitcoin as well. But those three main coins, and then Bitcoin to see where the overall flow of the market is, and see if we can try to identify where we are. Stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna give it my best go. All right. We know the drill here. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I enjoy doing technical analysis, and I share it with all of you guys. That is it. You manage your own money, you manage your own risk, and you trade at your own risk. Please do your own due diligence. I'm going to start off with Ravencoin. Ravencoin is well, it's been a little bit tough. So what I had to do was I had to assume that for the most part the upward moving wedges that we drew on most of our initial one waves were too small, and we had to broaden them out a little bit. And that we currently broke down into the bottom of the two wave. This bottom here, very close to the 618 line, was actually the bottom of a two wave. With that being said, it changes our overall projection a little bit. It changes our overall projection for Ravencoin to be roughly between 31 cents to 43 cents. Typically, a three-wave will go between the 618 or 1.618 lines and the 2.618 line, depending on whether or not it extends. And then, the five-wave can be about the same size as the one-wave, so the five-wave could potentially go up and break 50 cents, and that would be your EOY. That would be your end-of-year kind of prediction. Would probably be somewhere around 40 to 50 cent range. So the range is still relatively close, but not quite as high on the three-wave itself because of the deeper dip. And right now we're looking on a daily time frame, and I think for the right now, so for your kind of your day to 2 day outlook, we're going to go to the 4-hour time frame. There's a pretty clear range kind of brewing here, where we are in an ascending triangle right now, or it looks to be an ascending triangle, and I hope it is, because that would be a very let me refresh this, because I think, yeah, there we go. It looks like we're in an ascending triangle. I mean, we are hitting and cracking this resistance on the top line, and every time we hit it, we sold down further, came back up, sold down, came back up, sold down less, came back up. So we're getting closer and closer to cracking that resistance. Every time you hit that resistance, it's like hitting glass. You're going to put a crack in it, you put a crack in it, and eventually it'll break. Now, this would typically look like a bear flag or a bear indicator, but just a quick, chart school thing here. Ascending triangles, typically a bullish formation during an uptrend, as a continuation pattern for an uptrend. In the instances when an ascending triangle is a reversal pattern at the end of a downtrend. So just know that the ascending triangle with a standard straight line resistance can be a reversal for a downswing. So that's good to know. We have good looking kind of MACD. Looks like it wants to kind of turn back up. Yeah, it wants to come back up. And we've got the bulls laying down, but they want to shoot up. I think they've been down for a little bit now, and they're ready to pop up. And the bears will probably come down and lay down for a little bit. The bull or the bears don't typically come down and then shoot right back up. They're going to be down for at least a couple ticks of the 4-hour candles. So it looks good. I think what happens in either way of an upward break or a downward break, I think today we could see, let's say 13 cents for a top, because if we break out of this, we're likely going to hit resistance at the 382 line. 13 cents at the top for today's price action, and then the bottom for today's price action would be just below 10 cents at 0.0985. I don't think we break down, but these would be our ranges between the 618 line and the 382 line. So that would be the range I would have for today. I'm going to move on to VET. Again, VET. Again, we remember we had this channel, this upward rising channel, and we had it breaking like around here. Let me see if I can get this back to where we had it before. Moving the wrong thing. I hate when I have indicators on top of indicators. So I think we had VET with a channel something like this, and it broke out here, and then had another breakout. I really am believing that we just had the channel too small, and we never actually broke out the bottom of the rising channel, so the bigger, deeper break was coming, and we just missed it. We were too micro in our perception of the market. We were too kind of short-sighted or narrow-focused. And I say we when I really mean I was short-sighted on that. So what I think this was, when we thought this was the start of the three wave, I think this was a 5. I think this is a 5 impulse. So, you know, if we do our impulse waves, and it's going to be hard to kind of draw this out on a daily, but you get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, short little 5, about the same as the 1. I mean, look, that actually draws just about perfect. And then here, if you take the Fibonacci from the 3 to the 4 waves typically only do a 0.382 retrace. Now, remember, I'm not saying this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. These are the 5 impulses of the one wave. That is our best case scenario, is that if these are the 5 impulses of the one wave, that's our best case scenario, which means our two wave has bottomed out below 50%, and we are now on our way back up. And this looks like it's going to be on a shorter time frame, making another kind of a pattern as well. Probably a reversal triangle, just like Raven was. We can go down into the tighter time frames to double check that, but I would assume it's something similar to that. Now, worst case scenario, this is the whole 5-wave sequence, and we are on the ABC correction phase, which will look something like this: dip down, bull trap back up, dip all the way down. I mean, this could be, if this is ABC, this could be an 80%, 70 to 80% correction wave, where we have literally just begun to see the dippage, and the pants shitting has just started. I don't think this is the case. I do not believe this is the case, but it's something that we have to be aware of the possibility. A, B, C, somewhere down around 78 to 80% drop. I mean, we could be back down to a 6 cent, easily back down to a 6 cent VET if this is an ABC big correction. I don't think it is. I don't want to alarm anybody, but it's something we need to be aware of. And this is why, when you don't know for sure, take your profits when you get them. Get into the market, get out of the market, take your profits when you can get them. I made a video on Saturday, I believe it was Saturday, about is it time to take profits, because I got in at 1187, so right around here, and you know, we were at 15 and some change. I should have taken all of my profits. I took some, but I should have taken it all. In my mind, we were on a 3-wave here, and it was like, okay, this is going to go sideways for a day or two, cool off, and then jam right back up. Didn't happen. So, again, I think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse of a 1 wave, in which case 30 to 45 days of a 3-wave. We are looking at 26 to 36 cents, somewhere in this range on VET. So I believe we're still bullish overall, and I believe that we are going into a 3-wave now. But with that being said, Watch out around 80%. Keep an eye out. If you bought in down here at the 382 line, check on your extension. Keep an eye on that 50% range, because that's likely where, if this is an ABC, it will get close. It will be enough to fool you into thinking that we are going full bull before it dumps. And I'll show you on Bitcoin exactly when that happened. Because, I mean, I learned from this the hard way, to be more aware of when this stuff happens. So, a couple of things with Bitcoin. 64 or 65, whatever it was, when we got to the very top, we dumped down. Here's one thing that I noticed that I did not notice when it happened. This was the first time price action did not get support on the 50-day moving average. Every other time it dumped, the 50-day called it. Didn't even touch the 50-day. 50-day called it. This is the first time, this is the first dump it went through. And then the 50-day became a hard line of resistance. They couldn't break past it. So, but it came up enough. Hey, we're breaking 60 again. We're going to break 60,000 again. That's that psychological number. Everybody was looking to see 60,000 again. They're buying. Yeah, we're going to break 60 again. We're going to buy here 59K. And then dump. A, B, C. The B comes up far enough to make you feel really good before it makes you feel like shit. So that would be the biggest thing. If this is an ABC, follow it closely, make the decision you have to make. If you're in VET, if you're trading it, if you bought down here and you sell at 15 and you want to wait to see what happens, and then it takes off and you hit the 618, the C wave or the B wave should not overrun the A. So if you sell here and you buy back the breakout of the 618, now you got from 16 to 26 to play with for additional profits. I think that would be the safest buy, or I think that would be the safest play. If you go from the 382 now, or if you were able to get in here at 10, awesome, more power to you if you're able to get in down here on the 50. Check the 50% extension, because that's probably going to be about the highest it gets if it's a C wave, or if it's a correction. If not, sell some profit, take some profit, and load back up at the break of the 618 or the 786. Load back up when one of these two breaks on the way up, and then there's confirmation. That is the waiting for confirmation part of playing this game. We're going to look at EOS, and you'll see that there's a lot of similarities here. EOS, we thought that this broke out down, and we were out of this rising channel. And again, this is very much a similar pattern that I missed, and I think again too narrow-sighted, too kind of too much laser focused on what I thought was going on. Didn't broaden out to the day often enough. And I think that's the problem with Elliott waves, is that Elliott waves are going to be, for the full waves, you're going to be more on the daily chart. For the impulses within the waves, you take your time frame down a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wave here. 4 wave did not run back into the 1. And then now we are on an A, B, C correction for the two wave correction wave, and then back up. Now with EOS, getting the additional height here, I think actually improved EOS's long-term outlook, where we have a 959 to 1286 range for the end of the 3-wave range. And this range is for an extension. If the 3-wave extends, this is kind of a standard minimum for a 3-wave, the 1618. So those are our 5 impulse waves for the 1, and again we're in the 2. The 2 hit the 618 line, and that 618 line held support very well. Going into the 4-hour time frame, where everything just goes away and goes nutty when you change time frames on Binance. So there we go. Again, this one's not quite a My line's messed up. There we go. Sorry about that. Things got a little dicey there for a minute. Maybe I can edit that. Yeah, these consolidation triangles are all over the place. Everything is making it right now. Hopefully we get a clean break out on everything and the market recovers today, recovers tomorrow, and we start working onto our 3-wave. But again, you know, lots of strong targets, lots of strong potential. Now what do we do here? If this is the ABC correction and not an actual 3, well, we're looking at between our 5 and our 618 as a point to where we will get about this high before dumpage. If it gets back to 6 cents and dumps, sell close to 6 cents, wait for a break of the 689 if it does not, or you can actually wait for a break of the 642 of our previous high for the 5-wave. If that breaks above that, it should not be an ABC. The B wave, I don't believe the B wave can override the A for the total height, but I'm not 100% certain on that. I will have to do more research. So those 3 are a big 3, and this video is starting to run a little bit long. Take a look at AAVE real quick, and then Bitcoin. AAVE looks like it's breaking out of its triangle pattern. But again, everything should look similar. AAV, if you're in there, we got our A, B, C correction phase. Our 2-wave bottomed out to 618. And if I refresh this, I should have an extension with daily. I'm sorry, these charts have just been kicking my ass. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at 687 up to almost a grand, up to 924 if the 3-wave extends. So all the way around, if this is the optimistic outlook, it's a great scenario. And if it's the pessimistic outlook, if it's the, hey, this is the entirety of the 5-wave sequence and we're going to recover, or we're not going to recover and we're going to retrench more, know your levels. Know that the retrenchment here will likely come back up. It'll come back up and it should break 50,000. It should get people excited again. It might actually get up to around 51 before it tanks. So again, wait for a break of this old high of the 1-wave before knowing that we have confirmation of a 3. So with that being said, guys, that's everything for today. It's a lot to go over. If you like this type of video, check out Silverback, because Silverback does a great analysis on Link every day and hits other coins that I don't talk about. I think he hits Uniswap and BNB and some other coins. Anchor, I think he hits from time to time. Things that I don't really look at. There's a whole lot of things, or there's a whole lot of assets that you could look at. There's no way you can do analysis on every one of them. So if I hit a handful of them and then I'll send you to someone else to hit a handful of them, Silverback would be the dude that I would send you to. So with that being said, guys, if you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, until next time, peace.